Hey, Linda? What time are you coming home?
What do you mean, what time? My mother is in critical condition. You think I'm able to come home?
Mom and I are hungry. She wants you to come home and make dinner.
What? You can't be serious.
Of course I am. You're a housewife. You know you have no right to skip your chores.
I don't even have the right to be with my dying mother.
No worries. Your mother's not gonna die yet. You've been saying she's critical from a month ago and she's hanging in there.
I can't believe you can say that. And she's really in danger now.
Ha! Who knows?
Anyways, no way I'm going home today. Just order some food for delivery.
Have you forgotten? I told you that if you disobey me, we're getting divorced. I take it you want a divorce?
Is that something to say now?
Am I wrong? Mom and I are letting a good-for-nothing like you stay at our house. You don't even work when you can't do chores. How about some appreciation for not having already divorced you?
I am doing the best I can every day. And did you forget that the reason I can't work outside is because your mother won't allow it?
Mom doesn't object to you working as long as the chores are done. I think it's your problem that you can't do the chores.
I don't see what's wrong with my work. You and your mother just want to criticize me no matter what I do.
Oh, is that an objection? Only reason you can talk like that now is because you're away at the hospital, right? Mom and I will be waiting to lecture you when you get home.
Can't you imagine being in my shoes? I'm sure your hands would be full if your mother was in a critical condition, right?
Of course. If my mother were in danger, that would be serious, since she's been healthy all these years. But your mother's been in the hospital for several years already. Why is there a need to start worrying now?
I really can't believe you're saying that. Jack, you've changed so much. Ever since we got married, you've become so cold, and you only listen to what your mother says. You really don't love me anymore, huh?
Don't you see we're beyond love and hate? We're married now, which makes us partners. Quit acting like we're a dating couple. You're making me sick.
Sorry, my mother's relatives are here. I need to go greet them.
Hey, we're not done. Just get your butt back home. Don't forget you have a lecture waiting. I can get rid of you anytime I want. Linda, awesome job. When are we getting details of the inheritance? Let me know as soon as you can.
How about you apologize first? You ruined my mother's funeral.
What? Ruined? What did I do?
You and your mother made it a disaster. Talking about money all of a sudden when everyone is in mourning. Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Well, who would have thought your mother was the daughter of a wealthy man? You can't blame me for getting excited about that. Why didn't you tell us? It's so like you. Were you trying to keep it all to yourself?
My parents were runaway couples, so nobody on my mother's side knew about it. I myself found out the other day in the hospital.
Boy, are we lucky. To think she had inherited so much from her father. Your mother really should have told us when she got it. I wonder how much there is.
Everyone at the funeral was glaring at you and your mother.
I wanted to know how much there is. I couldn't help it. I knew I had to ask the only relative that had any acquaintance with your mother. My mission, you could say.
I told you the attorney would let us know, didn't I?
Yeah, but I can't wait. I need to plan in accordance to the amount.
What plan?
Oh, Mom's saying we should move. You know how old our house is. So we're debating whether to build a new house or to live in a high-rise condo. Oh, and not to forget a new luxury car.
That's what you were planning? And during the funeral, how could you?
Funerals are so boring, though it got fun after hearing about the inheritance. I was planning things out and the funeral was over when I realized. Mom seemed to be enjoying herself too.
What in the world is wrong with you two?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You finally proved your worth. Why would we not be happy?
Do you realize I just lost my mother? And all you care about is the inheritance. On top of that, you caused trouble at the funeral. I feel horrible for my mother.
Your mother should be happy we're putting it to good use. Anyways, when's the meeting about the inheritance?
In 2 weeks.
What? It's that long?
The attorney seems to have a lot of investigating to do.
Bummer. I thought it'd be sooner. Whatever. You need to tell me as soon as you find out our cut.
I'll be staying over here for a while. I need to organize things.
Yeah, go ahead. Stay as long as you wish. We'll be just fine over here. Just ping me when you find out about the inheritance. In return, I'll let you off the hook for skipping chores. Linda, how's it going?
How's what going?
Don't beat around the bush. You said the meeting's today. You done talking about the inheritance? Did they tell you the amount? How much are we getting? Oh, wait, don't tell me. Mom and I are predicting $3 million. Are we right?
Yeah, I was informed about the inheritance, but what exactly do you mean by we? We're already divorced. You nor your mother are getting any of this.
Huh? What the heck are you saying? What do you mean divorced?
Can't be any more straightforward.
What? You mean you submitted the divorce paper?
Yep.
What are you thinking? You can't just submit it without my knowing about it. Go get it back.
You know I can't do that. It's already been accepted.
Then I'll sue you. Forging divorce papers is a crime.
I didn't forge anything. Have you forgotten? There was a divorce notice, signed and ready, remember? You had it ready to submit for when I disobeyed you.
That was for me to use, not you.
But you always said it can be submitted at any time, remember? Were you just threatening me? You didn't really want to get divorced?
That's not it.
Then there should be absolutely no problem. I did you a favor and you're complaining?
That still doesn't give you the right to... Common sense should tell you to consult me first.
You have no right to lecture me about common sense. You, who told me to come home to do chores when my mother was in critical condition. You, who couldn't resist talking about the inheritance at the funeral. Is that what you call common sense?
Don't you start nitpicking now. I apologize for losing my mind about the inheritance. So calm down a bit.
Oh, I am calm. I endured all the trash talk from you and your mother. I always contemplated if I should stay. And I became determined. I don't regret one bit having submitted the divorce paper.
Just come home once. Let's talk.
What more is there to talk about?
This is about our future. Neither of us were really wanting you to leave. I'm even willing to apologize for all I've done.
I need no apology. Just forget about me.
We still need to talk things out. Hey, the division of our property. That's definitely something we need to do, right?
You're willing to divide property?
Of course. I'll get a lawyer. So you need to talk it over with us. I won't allow this divorce until that is done. Linda, about the property division?
Yeah, when's it gonna be? I arranged for my attorney to attend. So just tell me when it is, okay?
Yeah, about that. Can we talk just by ourselves? I don't feel comfortable talking with the lawyer around. I want to talk about things other than property division too.
I have nothing else to talk about.
Well, about what I've done to you. Mom wants to apologize to you too. She deeply regrets her actions.
I already told you I need no apology. And what's the problem with the lawyer attending? I have no intent of speaking.
Don't say that. We were family until just recently. We spent so many years together. Don't be so cold-hearted.
Were we even that great of a family? Mother-in-law treating the daughter-in-law like a slave? The husband who only listens to his mother? I was ridiculed as a good-for-nothing. It was hell for me.
Mom just wanted you to become a great housewife.
What the heck is a great housewife? What made your mother worthy of coaching me anyways? When we moved into that house after getting married, the place was a pigsty. Who do you think cleaned up the place so we can live there? Can't cook, doesn't clean. I don't understand why she has the right to boss me around.
Yes, we regret all of that.
And you, Jack. You were so sweet before we got married, but look at you now. What you wanted was a maid, leaving me with all the troublesome stuff. Using pretty much all of your earnings for yourself. Having made the decision to marry you, I felt like I had to endure. Now I have no clue why I was enduring all that crap.
Sorry. I was so dependent on you, Linda. You did whatever I said, so my demands kept escalating. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from Mom.
Apologizing isn't going to change my feelings.
Linda, please, give me a chance. I'll protect you for sure this time. I'm willing to stop living with Mom. I'll even break off relations with her.
So you're just gonna throw out your mother for the inheritance? Wow.
No, that's not it.
The reason why you don't want a lawyer to attend is because you don't want your own savings to be exposed, right? I bet you and your mother were expecting to get a cut of the inheritance. But the inheritance is my own personal property, right? It's obvious you're contacting me now because the inheritance is not part of the property division.
No! I really want to fix things with you.
Well, I don't. Don't contact me for anything other than property division anymore. Goodbye.
Wait, Linda, please. I'm really in a pinch right now.
What pinch?
Mom, expecting the inheritance, has been going on a shopping spree. She used up the credit card. Even depleted the inheritance from Dad. The bill is through the roof.
What does that have to do with me?
It's the inheritance from your mother that made her like this.
I never for once said that I'll share the inheritance with you. Why do I have to get involved?
But we were married. Doesn't that make it all of our property?
The inheritance is not coming in anytime soon. In any case, I'm not sharing any of it. Go deal with it yourselves. What makes you think you can spend money you don't have?
Come on. What am I supposed to do then? Mom and I are going to drown in debt. Don't you understand?
Yeah, don't you see that's what I wish for to happen? You two treated me like a slave for so many years. And yet you expect me to help you?
Linda, please. I'll go down on my knees. Please. Help.
Beg all you want, but I won't help. You and I are now strangers. Seriously? Can you not grasp the fact that you have been disposed of? It seems that my ex-husband and his mother were out looking for me, but I had sold my mother's house and moved, so I never saw them again. My ex doesn't have much savings, so there's really no point in property division. It's pointless to talk with them, so all contact is made through my attorney only. My ex and his mother are struggling to pay back their credit card debt, spending every day insulting each other about it. Turns out it wasn't just the mother, but my ex too had been going on a spree. And I hear the debt is just colossal. I doubt they have the money to hire a detective to find me. I don't expect to ever have to see them again. After the divorce, I immediately moved far away. And now I am preparing to study overseas in 6 months. I had been considering the divorce from long ago, but with my mother battling with her illness, I couldn't take action and was just letting things pass by with my husband and his mother. I myself had pretty much given up on things. But before my mother died, she told me to live as I wish. I think she knew things weren't working out with them, and those words were what made my determination. I too was surprised that she had such a great inheritance. From now on, I will do as my mother said and live to check off my to-do list of life. Of course, I will not waste a penny of the inheritance. I will be frugal, not to make the same mistake as my ex and his mother. I will make sure to also have income other than the inheritance. And I wish to be able to find my own form of happiness.
I heard that Betty got pregnant.
That's great news! You're going to be an uncle! Your parents must be so happy.
I'm going to be an uncle. My parents are happy. But Betty's husband is a bit strange, so I'm still a little concerned.
Oh, right. I remember. Perhaps having a child will change him in a good way? I hope he will get a steady job.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now, but the last time we talked, he said he quit his job to make it big. Then he didn't start anything. I heard that he had got a job, but I'm not sure if he's still employed.
I'm worried about Betty too. But as long as she's happy, we shouldn't interfere.
Betty's been brainwashed by him and started saying things that don't make sense. I hope she gets a grip on herself.
Married couples think alike over time, you know?
I heard that she wants to give birth in our house.
Oh, really? Then we have to make a room for her. Her old room is used as a storeroom now. We have to clean up. When is her due date? Is it after our moving date?
I'm not sure about her due date yet, but Betty and her husband want to come and stay here together.
Is her husband going to stay here too? That's unusual. Doesn't he have to work?
I don't know. They're not making any sense, and I'm very confused.
What do you mean? Are you ready to move out? We're going to live in that house. Hi, Betty. Congratulations on your pregnancy. I will support you all the way to giving birth to a healthy baby. But you're not seriously telling us to move out, are you? Why? We don't feel comfortable living with a couple who doesn't have a child. We can't be ourselves around you. I'm sorry, but will you let us live alone? With just us family? We are your family, though. We've been living with your parents for 2 years now. That sounds like you're parasites. Parasites? You don't have children, do you? But you depend on my parents and live in their house. You two are such parasites. You're causing trouble to my parents. Will you stop being such a nuisance? I don't understand what you're saying, but you're wrong about us leeching off your parents. Both Robert and I work, and we support the family. But you have no children. You're germs. What? Germs? You're useless germs who can't have a baby. I feel bad for you, but I don't want to catch your virus. So, can you just move out? A virus? What are you talking about? What virus are you saying I have? A loser virus? You and Robert are like useless germs. What if my baby gets your virus? It'll be too late if something happens. Are you saying that because I don't have a child, I have a virus? I'm just telling you to move out because we're going to stay there to give birth. What's wrong with that? Brian says you should move out too. So we're right. Why is your husband staying here with you in the first place? He has to go to work, doesn't he? It seems unnecessary for him to stay here with you. What are you talking about? We're married. We have to always be together. He can find a new job. I hate to interfere, but is it okay for him to quit a job when you're having a baby? Shouldn't you have enough savings to raise a child? What do you know? You don't have a child. I'm pregnant. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about raising a child. I don't know much, but you don't know either. You haven't given birth yet. Giving birth and raising a child cost a lot of money. My sister has a child and teaches me those things, so I'm just worried about you. Who do you think you are? You think you're better than us. We're going to have a baby. We're obviously better than you. I'm not talking about who's better than the other. We're going to kick you out of the house. I can't give birth where parasites live. Just move out, Germ. You're crossing the line here. Don't call us germs again. Just think thoroughly. We're willing to accept you if you're staying here to give birth. But we can't tolerate your insults and you're forcing us to move out. We went to my parents' house today to throw out your stuff. Excuse me? We're moving in there soon. So I thought you'd already cleaned up the house. There were so many things that belonged to you, so I threw them all out. You threw them out? Do you think you're allowed to do that? Didn't your parents stop you? My parents don't know about it. I threw them all out for you, so get out. You're serious about kicking us out? You two are nothing but a nuisance. Just get lost. You're so annoying, you parasites. I don't feel comfortable giving birth where parasites with no children are. Get out, you losers. Don't give me your virus. We'll take our family with us then. What? I can't tolerate being insulted like this anymore. You said you were moving in here in 2 weeks, right? Everyone in the family will move out by then. Everyone in the family? What is that supposed to mean? Your family is only Robert. You don't have a child. You don't have a child. Get the flip out, you plague. How could you say such a horrible thing? You've been telling me such awful things just because we don't have a child. You're planning to live here after giving birth, aren't you? You call us parasites, but aren't you the one who wants to leech off your parents? If so, what? This is my parents' house. You have no right to lecture me. I'll do whatever I want, however I want. You two, just get out. All of us will move out. Do whatever you want. I wish you a safe delivery. What the hell is this? What are you talking about? I won't answer your call. We're going to break off our relations with you. I don't care about that. But will you explain to me, why is the house empty? Are you out of your mind? There's no one in the house. And where are all the furniture and home appliances? I explained to you the other day. I told you that everyone in the family would move out. Weren't you talking about just you and Robert when you said everyone? Why did you take my parents too? In fact, we built a mansion. A mansion? It looks like a mansion compared to the old house. It's a 2-family house, and we were talking about living there with your parents. That's why Robert and I decided to build a bigger house. What? You didn't tell me about it. Why didn't you tell me? I never thought that there would be no one in the house. If you had been going to stay in the old house just to give birth, we would have invited you here. But you were looking down on us so rudely, and you threw out my stuff without my permission. That's because you weren't prepared to move out. We've been busy and would have packed our things when we were ready. We didn't move out because you kicked us out. Too bad for you. Too bad there was no one waiting for you in the house. Why didn't you live alone there with your husband? You're giving birth soon. Good luck. Don't mess with me. We can't live in a house with no furniture or home appliances. I don't know how you lived in your former house, but you can move the furniture and home appliances from there. I told you before that all of us were going to move out. You just misunderstood what I said. You made me get the wrong idea. You loser germ. Say whatever you want. We already moved out and are not going to tell you where we live. You are plotting to move into your parents' house and leech off them because you have no money. Sorry, it didn't work out. How did you know about that? It's true, we don't have any money, but I thought Mom and Dad would help us. You only think about yourself, don't you? Did you listen to what your mother told you? What are you talking about? Your father needs nursing care now. What? He can't work anymore and has no income. We lived with them to support them with the mortgage and living expenses. That's why we built a big house. We built the house big enough to make it barrier-free. He needs a nursing care? I don't remember my mom telling me about it. You only talk about yourself and push your opinions on her. You didn't care to listen to her. We've been having a more difficult time than you thought. You'll have to make your useless husband work hard from now on, and to raise your child. Wait, seriously? Is Dad okay? We won't be fooled if you pretend to care about your father now. We won't give you any money. Also, I'm telling you this because you didn't know. That house is still heavily financed. What? Financed? We couldn't do much repairing because of the mortgage. It's a very drafty house, but the mortgage is still really expensive. Work hard to pay it off. We can't pay a mortgage. We made our escape from our former house because we couldn't pay the rent. Wow. And you called us losers when you were in such a financial situation? It's laughable, actually. I'm sorry, Emily. We're the one to blame. I will not insult you from now on and make my husband work. So please, let us live in your house. I'm sorry, but we're not going to live with a man with a gambling addiction. Besides, you're not my family anymore. You should have listened to us sooner. Good luck with your delivery. Too bad you have no one to leech off.
After that, Betty stopped responding to Emily after the message. Betty and her husband were despaired to face reality. They couldn't afford the mortgage as they moved into the house without knowing it was financed. They were forced to move out before giving birth. Just for the sake of their child, Robert helped them with the expenses for the delivery and supported them to become independent. Betty's husband seems to have developed a sense of responsibility and started working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. Although their family broke off relations with them, it was a good thing Betty's husband has a sense of responsibility now. I only wish for their child's health and happiness.
Kyle, did you think about what you've done?
Huh? What is this about?
What do you mean, what is this about? Of course, it's about our fight yesterday. You said some awful stuff to me. That's why you left.
You're the one who got mad for no reason. I just left on my own.
What? What kind of way to talk to someone is that? You don't feel bad for what you've done at all. Don't come home.
Huh? You don't want me to come home now? Where are you?
I'm at home, duh. I already came home. I left yesterday, but then I thought to myself, why am I the one who has to leave? You're the one who should leave.
I don't get it. You're the one who left. And now you're back?
Stop talking like that. You saying things in a condescending way annoys down on me.
I'm not looking down on you.
I've had enough of you relentlessly speaking down on me. And you kept saying nasty things to me yesterday, which made me wonder why I ever married you.
I think the same things. But about those things I said yesterday. Wasn't I just warning you?
You're acting like me not cooking is a bad thing.
I didn't say it that straightforwardly. But you know I have to work. So I can't make extravagant meals every day. And I can only do the laundry and clean on the weekends. But you always complain about my cooking. So all I said was, then why don't you try cooking yourself? But you're the one who got all mad and left all of a sudden.
How could you say that? You're acting like I'm the one in the wrong here. But I'm not good at cooking. So there's nothing I can do about that.
There's a difference between being bad at something and just not trying. Anyways, I like cooking, so it's fine. But I hoped you could help me out a little by cleaning the dishes.
That's selfish of you.
Huh?
You're always telling me what to do. Why can't you do it yourself?
This is useless. You're speaking so irrationally, I have no idea what you're saying. Well, you're home now, right?
I am. But if you haven't thought about what you've done, then don't even think about coming home. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Whatever. That's my house. And since you're there now, can you pack up your stuff since I won't be coming home today?
What?
You can leave by tomorrow.
What are you saying? Are you planning on kicking me out again? You kicked me out yesterday. And you're doing it again?
Well, I wouldn't really call it kicking you out. You left of your own accord. Just leave, okay? We're divorced now anyways.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why are you bringing up divorce?
You left behind divorce papers yesterday. So don't you want to get divorced? I really thought you did.
Yes, exactly. Isn't it obvious that I want a divorce? If you don't think about what you've done, then divorce is definitely an option. Is that okay with you?
Sure. I hadn't even asked for you to do anything, but you prepared the divorce papers and everything. This is what's best for the both of us.
What? What are you saying? I don't get it.
I already sent off the papers.
What?
You had already filled out your part, so I filled out mine and sent it off.
What? What are you saying? I seriously don't understand. Wait. I put the divorce papers on the table yesterday, but now they're gone.
I told you that's because I sent them off. Do you understand English?
Wait. Why aren't they there? Where did the divorce papers go? Give them back.
I did as you wished and sent them off.
What do you think you're doing? You're kidding, right? You're lying to put me in a tough position.
What? You're being put in a tough position? How come?
How come? You did this all on your own. So of course this would put me in a tough position. What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean I did all this on my own? You're the one who filled them out and handed them to me, saying you wanted a divorce. Then you left. So what am I supposed to think? What else could I think other than you wanting me to submit the divorce papers?
Are you being serious? Did you really submit the divorce paper? This isn't some kind of joke.
Yeah. They've been accepted. So we're basically just strangers now. Are you happy? This is what you wanted.
There's no way this can be true. I can't believe you would do something so selfish.
You can say whatever you want, but that's my house. So, as a stranger, can you leave already? I'm giving you a day to move out, so be grateful.
You seriously want to throw me out? Why?
You're the one who wanted to throw me out, remember? That's why you're back home now, right?
That's true, but
What? Was this whole divorce thing a big joke? You didn't really want to get divorced. You just wanted to test me by saying that you did.
that's not true. But I can't believe you could so easily send off the divorce papers. This has to be a joke.
It wasn't a joke for you, though, right? You kept saying it every day. That you wanted a divorce. And that you don't even know why you got married to me.
I did say those things, but those were just small arguments.
I don't know if I would call those arguments. You're a housewife, yet you don't do any chores around the house. And you always complain, even though I do everything around here. Do you think I was happy in that sort of situation? And were you happy, Julie?
That's not what this is about.
You weren't happy, which is why you kept saying that you wanted a divorce. Isn't that right? Well, now you're free. So why don't you do whatever you want?
What I want?
For example, freely going on dates with that guy you were cheating on me with.
Huh? What are you saying? What is this about?
Did you think I didn't realize that you were so obvious about it?
What? Me cheating? I would never do such a thing.
Yeah. It's been almost a year.
What? How did you...
I've done my research. If you pay enough, you can find out anything in this world. I have all the evidence I need.
Evidence? What?
Pictures of you two together, your chat history. I even know his address.
Why? You researched that much? Why would you go that far?
Isn't it obvious? So that you have to pay for the damages.
What damages? Are you seriously planning on making me pay for damages?
Of course. Not only you, but from your lover, Mr. Smith, as well. I'm gonna take it all.
There's no way. You even know his name.
Do I know his name? Of course I do. I know his address. Duh. I even know his family. He's living with his wife and 3 children.
What? Kids?
And his 3rd child was actually born pretty recently. Maybe they went with the kids to their hometown to have the 3rd baby? That's why the house has been pretty empty lately.
He has 3 kids. What are you going on about? I knew that Mr. Smith had a wife, but he's trying to get a divorce with her. That's why he told me to wait patiently until they're divorced. He said that.
You've been played. How sad.
Why do you say things like that? I don't believe this.
Whatever. It's good that we got divorced. Now you can freely go off and fall in love. Even though your partner has a wife and children.
I can't believe this. Are you trying to harass me by saying that?
If you think I'm lying, then why don't you go and find out for yourself? I'm just telling you what I found through my research.
You have to be lying. Was I being tricked this whole time? But Mr. Smith said he would leave her for me and marry me eventually.
How should I know? Deal with it yourself. You still have to pay for the damages. So you should probably go looking for a job.
I can't do that. You should know this. I don't have a job. Kicking out your jobless wife just isn't right. Do you not have any sympathy for me?
We're divorced, so you're just a stranger to me now. I've lost sympathy for you. You tried getting cheated on for over a year. I bet you'd lose interest too. Of course, I was sad at first, but now I feel nothing towards you.
Don't say that. I now know that I was just being played. You were probably right about everything, Kyle.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I asked too much of you. You were right. It's impossible to work, do the chores, and do everything perfectly. That's why you got frustrated and took your anger out on me.
You make no sense. I don't remember ever taking my anger out on you. I only said what was right.
I understand that now. From now on, even if you don't do the chores perfectly, I won't bug you about it. I'll try my best to support you.
I have no idea what you're going on about. Whatever you say now doesn't matter anymore.
We can work through it. Let's make up. Let's just admit the divorce was a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. So, unfortunately, there's no way I'll be doing that.
Why? I keep apologizing. So, why won't you listen to me? Don't you think selfishly sending off the divorce papers was going too far?
Who's the one who selfishly filled out the divorce papers and handed them over?
Yeah, I know, but...
And weren't you the one who went as far as to fantasize about marrying the person you cheated on me with? So, then there's no excuse. With that said, it's over between us. So take your stuff and leave by tomorrow. If you're still there tomorrow, then I'll call the cops on you.
Please, rethink things.
I have no will left to rethink anything. Now go off and have a happy life with your love affair. Kyle had already submitted the divorce papers. So no matter what Julie said, the outcome wouldn't change. Because of Kyle's announcement, Julie's cheating partner and his wife found out about their affair. And Julie got dumped. The wife also made Julie pay for damages, and the couple never ended up getting divorced. In the end, Julie had to pay twice the damages, lost her husband, her love affair, and a place to live. Her parents had already given up on her, so she couldn't rely on them. She found an employer to live with and got paid by daily installments from doing sketchy work.
Lucas, about your mother.
Yeah? What's up?
She's not feeling well. Depending on her next test results, she might have to be hospitalized.
What? Hospitalized? She's being taken care of at home, no?
My nursing was fine until now. But if she is ill, that's a different story. We should act when we can.
Hospitalization's gonna be costly.
Don't say that. You should be grateful she's still with us.
Honestly, you didn't expect to have to start nursing her this early, right? She's still in her 60s. Why is she becoming so frail?
Your mother's already collapsed twice. She still has the after effects from them. Come on, Lucas. How much has she taken care of you? Can't you at least come home?
Well, I really don't want to see Mom wither away.
You don't know how many more chances you have to see her while she's conscious. I'm sure your mother wants to see you too.
Mom's such a fortunate person. She has you, Nora, to take care of her. That should be enough.
You're not the same as me. Besides, the reason I'm living over here is because you said you would help with nursing her. Though I don't intend to stop now. You're not keeping your promise. After leaving her to me, you hardly ever come back here.
I told you, I don't want to see her bedridden. Don't you get it? I do want to go home, but it makes me sad.
It's been 6 months since I moved in with your mother, and you're still renting our old apartment.
Yeah. That's exactly why I need to keep living here.
Just cancel the contract. If you're worried about hospitalization fees, you should come home. That'll save us money.
That house is farther from work.
Like 15 more minutes.
15 minutes is huge. That's 30 minutes round trip.
Can you seriously come see her? The next test might hospitalize her. The hospital is gonna be even farther.
All right. I'll drop by when I get off work early.
That sounds familiar.
I'm serious this time.
Then I'll tell your mother you'll be coming by soon. I'm sure that'll help to cheer her up.
Okay. Good luck with her. I'm going back to work.
Okay. And tell me when you're coming. I'll prepare something you like to eat. I bet you're starting to miss my cooking.
Nah, not really. I'm eating fine.
Huh?
Delivery. Eating out. There's plenty of good food available now.
Yeah, but didn't you used to hate eating out? You said you don't want to eat out every day.
Situation's changed. With you busy with nursing, I have to accommodate.
I see. Good luck with work. Lucas, you didn't come this week. When are you coming?
My bad. I have to go on a business trip tomorrow. I'm busy.
Business trip?
Yeah, I'll be gone for 10 days.
You hardly ever had business trips before.
Yeah, we have more out-of-state clients now.
Really? Are you telling the truth?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
You never had business trips before.
Yeah, before I didn't. You know nothing about my work. Don't blow up on me.
I went to the apartment the other day.
What? You left Mom on her own to come here?
It was while the caretaker was here. Anyways, I found women's cosmetics in the apartment.
What's the problem?
What?
It's for me. I have the right to use women's cosmetics.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like you.
Why are you being so suspicious? I'm over here working my butt off. Are you suspecting me of cheating?
Well, you still haven't come home. You haven't come to see us for months. That's not natural for a married couple.
I know you're burdened by the nursing, but I'm over here making money for you and Mom. How about you just concentrate on nursing and get those pointless worries out of your mind? Maybe it's because of you Mom's beginning to weaken.
I'm doing all that I can.
But you still have the time to worry about pointless stuff.
Pointless?
Yeah, quit annoying me and go do what you have to do. I'm working my butt off here.
Okay, fine. Go on your business trip, but make sure to drop by when you're back.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me, okay? And don't come around the apartment anymore. I'm thinking of moving out soon.
Oh, you're coming home to your mother?
Nah, there's an opening in the company dorm, so I'm thinking of moving there.
Huh? You're gonna live in a dorm while I live here?
Yep.
Why? That can't be right. We're married, aren't we?
You have to nurse Mom. The hospital is closer to that house. Oh, did you think you're off the hook when she's hospitalized?
No, that's not it.
Then what's the problem? You're my wife, you're obligated to take care of my mother. That's your duty right now. Nora, how's it going? You called? What did you want?
Why didn't you answer?
I was busy. I didn't want to answer your pointless complaints.
Oh, really?
Trip's finally over. I'll drop by the house today. Anything happen while I was gone?
Yeah, your mother passed away.
Huh?
The funeral's already over, too.
You're not serious. Are you?
I am. She died of pneumonia.
Why didn't you call me? What do you mean the funeral's over? Aren't I the first person you need to call?
Yeah, that's why I did.
Leave a message or ping me.
Your mother wished for you not to be informed if you didn't answer the phone.
Huh?
Your mother had very specific instructions for me. Of course, it wasn't my judgment. An attorney had been arranged to read her will, so you have no right to condemn me.
But how could you finish the funeral without me?
You're the only one who didn't answer my call. You didn't call back. You could have pinged me to ask what it was.
I can't believe this. I can't stay married to a person who can't even notify me when my mother dies.
Very well. I was prepared.
What?
Lucas, you've been cheating all along. Leaving me to take care of your mother? You were out playing with your mistress.
What are you saying? You must be tired from all that's happened.
I will divorce you. But don't expect everything to go your way.
Sore loser. Get out of that house. You think you have the skills to live a decent life on your own? Hey, Nora. I had the attorney read me Mom's will. Why are you inheriting from my mother?
Because it's her will.
What makes you worthy of it? Don't play with me. Reject the inheritance.
Why?
Why are you inheriting more than me? I'm only getting the legally secured portion. That makes no sense.
The attorney read it to you, right? Then it must be fine.
Still, how could you inherit more than her actual son?
That is her will. She told me I'm much more important than such a son. You're only getting what you deserve for having done nothing for her.
I asked you to care for her in place of me. It's thanks to me she had someone looking after her. What the heck is she thinking?
If I hadn't agreed, she would have been sent off to some nursing home. I made the decision myself because she was so caring of me. Otherwise, I would have quit as soon as I realized you're not coming home.
Come on, be rational. All my relatives will despise you for this.
That won't be a problem. Everybody has agreed to her will. In fact, nobody is happy about you even getting the secured portion after having done nothing for her.
Huh? Why me?
Your mother informed everybody about you in her letter, that you left her alone to go play with your mistress.
What?
That you left her to me while you go out cheating. That you never even came to see her. It's all in the letter. So everybody knows that you cheated, that you didn't take care of her.
What do you mean cheated? Even Mom was thinking that?
We're not imagining things. We both knew. I know it all.
What proof do you have?
Plenty. Your mother told me to hire a detective to investigate. I will submit the evidence when we go to court. So be prepared to compensate me. And this house is already in my name, so don't ever come here.
What? My home? I should be the one to inherit it.
Don't talk to me about normal. After leaving your mother in the hands of your wife, who you're cheating on? Is that normal? Is cheating normal? You have no right to question what's normal.
Nora, calm down.
I am calm. By the way, that business trip? I know it was a vacation with your mistress. All your relatives know. That's why nobody wondered why you didn't show up.
Nora, sorry. Cheating is only temporary, you know?
Is that so?
So I have no intention of divorcing you.
You already said you don't want to be with me. You forgot?
That was because you didn't let me know about my mom's death. I lost my temper.
Just making excuses for everything, huh? You're pathetic.
No! I was really appreciating all you were doing for me. I didn't really want to divorce you, but because of your attitude, I got carried away.
I don't need any more of your lies. You were telling your mistress you could marry her when your mother was gone. I knew that too. It's all too late for excuses. Your mother nor I have anything to expect from you anymore.
Nora, I'm so sorry. I'll stop seeing her. So please, reconsider the divorce.
You never listened to your wishes. I have no more business with you. I did what I had to do. It's time you take responsibility for your own actions. Don't expect happiness to come along by doing nothing. My husband and I hired attorneys to settle the divorce. My husband continued to reject the divorce, but with all the evidence of cheating, there was no escaping it. I am now free from his clutches. Plus, my mother-in-law had the inheritance all settled out with her attorney, so there's no way he could have gotten any more of it, since the minuscule amount he got ended up paying for compensating me. He hardly had anything left afterwards. I received compensation from the mistress too, of course. I hear that the mistress despises him now after having to pay compensation and not getting any inheritance. They seem to have been planning to travel abroad with the inheritance they were expecting. But with plans going bust, so did their love. My ex came crying to me after losing everything. But with the divorce settled, I've blocked his number and intend to never see him again. He needs to spend the rest of his life regretting what he did. I, on the other hand, sold the house and used the inheritance to move away. This is actually in accordance with her will too. I never want to have anything to do with my ex again. But I am deeply grateful for my mother-in-law. I doubt my ex will even bother to visit her grave, so I will mourn in place of him. And here comes my fresh new start. I will move on and enjoy life as to not worry my mother-in-law looking down on me from heaven.
I went over to Dad's house today. I see you're living with them.
You came over today?
Yeah. I called out to you, but you didn't answer. And I thought it was rude.
I didn't know. Maybe because I was in a meeting. I had an online meeting today.
That's a lie. You're just an unemployed adult child living with our parents. What do you mean you had a meeting?
What? What do you mean?
You're not working, and you were probably just playing video games in your room. You called that a meeting?
I have no idea what you're saying. I work from home.
There's no way I'm going to believe that. You're full of it. I know you're at home doing nothing, even when I take my husband to go visit. Aren't you always too shy to see us?
Why are you just assuming everything? I don't think that. I really was in a meeting and I didn't know you came over.
Well, if you insist that's what happened, go for it. Shouldn't you move out already?
What do you mean?
My husband and I will live with them. Because even if they're living with you, Mom and Dad don't seem very happy. It's better if they live with us.
Why would you say that? You've never said you wanted to live with them. In fact, you said you'll never live with them.
That's because it was that old house. I knew you moved, but I didn't know it was to a condo. So you're kind of a parasite, aren't you? Isn't that a little embarrassing?
I don't know what you're trying to say, but aren't you misunderstanding everything? You're just assuming everything.
Aren't you in your 30s? Aren't you embarrassed to be leeching off of your parents? You should want to become independent. Normal.
Lisa, aren't you misunderstanding something? Why do you think I'm leeching off of our parents?
Isn't it obvious? You don't have any income. And Mom said it was stressing her out.
Huh? Stressing her out?
Yeah. Having a daughter in her 30s who can't do anything and can't live alone. She's probably getting some hate from the people around her. Poor thing.
What do you mean, poor thing? You don't know anything.
What do you mean? Mom said it, so it's a fact.
What exactly did Mom say?
That Rachel is always cooped up in her room and she's worried. So that's why she lives with you.
She said that. Mom said that.
That's right. You didn't even realize that you were making her worry. Why don't you move out already? An unemployed adult child is an embarrassment to the family.
Why is it that, even though I'm explaining things for you, you still don't get that I'm not unemployed, but I guess if Mom said that?
Get out, you parasite! Get it through your head that you're causing trouble for the family.
I'll check with Mom. Lisa came over today.
Yeah, she came.
I didn't know. I would have rescheduled if I'd known in advance.
It's not like she came to see you or anything. I just thought you were busy.
You know that I'm working, right?
Why are you asking me that?
Why would you lie to Lisa if you knew the truth?
Lie?
You said you were worried because I'm unemployed.
I never said that. I said you were in your room a lot. You're cooped up in your room all day on the computer.
Of course. I'm working. I'm in front of the computer for about 8 hours a day. But I think that's the time for all office workers.
What do you want to say?
Why would you lie to my little sister and not tell her the truth? Because of that, things are getting a little twisted. She's saying that she wants to live with us too.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
What? So you're telling her to come live with us? So that's why you're just saying stuff.
I'm not just saying stuff. You don't have to get so mad.
Of course I'm mad. You're saying things that aren't true. In any case, make sure you explain everything to her.
It looks like the introvert is not at home today.
I have a business trip today. Besides, I'm not an introvert.
A business trip. So you're still doing the working act.
It's not an act. It's the truth.
Well, never mind. I'm making you leave anyway.
What?
I decided to kick you out of the house. You don't have to come home anymore.
What are you talking about?
Didn't I tell you not to cause trouble for our parents? We're going to be living with them, so get lost.
Parasite. Did you listen to what Mom had to say?
I heard enough. She said you are a pain.
What? She really said that? I mean, I guess that's possible.
It's your own fault. A parasite who's almost 40 that's still living in her dad's condo. My husband and I are going to live with them, so you can go from being jobless to homeless.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
I'm getting tired of fighting with you. So I'll move out like you wish. It won't be my problem if you regret it.
There's nothing to regret. We're already moving. So I'll be throwing out all of your belongings in this house now.
You know it's a crime to do that, right? I'll get my things tomorrow, so just leave it. After that, I'll consider you a stranger. I'll contact you later about my things. I'm working. What do you want?
Rachel, we need to talk. Are you not telling me something?
Huh? What am I not telling you?
Something different than I imagined is happening. Something's wrong.
I don't know what you're trying to say. What do you mean?
Dad is telling me to pay rent. What's going on? Why do I have to pay rent?
Why? Because our parents are unemployed. You changed the name to your husband's, right?
I thought that was just about changing the property owner.
Didn't you think it was strange that the contract was under my name?
I thought that was just so that Mom and Dad could leave you. Their unemployed daughter. Their assets.
There you go, assuming everything again. There's no way our unemployed parents have any assets.
What?
You didn't know that I was letting our parents live in a condo out of pity? Of course not. That's Mom's personality.
What are you saying? You're pitying them.
Well, yeah. Our old house was so worn down, and they were so deep in debt that they had no other choice than to sell it. So they came to me saying they had nowhere to go. And I rented a big condo so they could live here too.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
I'm saying that condo was under my name, and I've been the one paying rent. It looks like you misunderstood everything.
That can't be. Why is this happening? You're not just an unemployed adult child?
In the society where working remotely is normal, there really are people who can't change the way they think. Like, they don't know about the real world. Anyway, I was earning a lot from working at home. So I was able to afford that condo.
Really?
Why would I lie? Even a person who misunderstands everything should get it after being explained this much.
So, our parents really couldn't afford rent? And we have to pay from now on?
Yep. They probably thought that they wouldn't be able to pay rent if I moved out.
But now they're probably going to leech off your husband. They probably thought it would be easier if they made you work too. That's why they were asking when I'm going to start work. I trusted them. I can't believe it.
You just didn't know because you kept your distance from them. Good luck paying off your debt and having to deal with our parents.
I didn't know they were in so much debt. There's no way I can pay rent and pay their living expenses. We have our own debt too.
I thought so.
What?
I thought it was strange because you said you wanted to live with us all of a sudden. You and your husband probably had debt. And you wanted your parents to help you. How unfortunate. You don't have parents that you can rely on.
How much is the rent, by the way? Is it something that I can pay?
Around $1,700.
What? What are you talking about? That's 4 months worth of rent for our old apartment. That's crazy. I can't pay that.
Then maybe you'll be kicked out.
Can you come home immediately? We already gave up our apartment, so we have nowhere to go. Come home and take care of us.
What? Are you stupid?
Excuse me?
There's no way I would be happy to do that. Being kicked out has freed me. I get to live my life without being burdened by my parents.
So, it's true then.
Parents in debt and you guys in debt. You'll make a good match.
Don't say something so cold. Rachel, we're family, right? I didn't know it was like this. Come back and help me. We have to help each other because we're family.
You just assumed everything. And tried to kick me out. There's nothing you could say. I told you I would consider you a stranger, didn't I? You're no longer family.
You're joking. I apologize for saying too much. I didn't think this would happen. I'm sorry I misunderstood everything.
Even if you apologize now, I don't think anything of it. Well then, goodbye.
Wait! Don't abandon me!
Good luck on your own. After that, of course they couldn't pay the rent for the condo. And they were forced out. They also had to pay the penalty for contract breach and went into more debt. The husband thought they would be freed from their debt and agreed to move in, but was furious when he was left with no place to live. Lisa was served with divorce papers and was left by her husband, and became homeless with her parents. I hear she's working day by day, looking for a steady job. It looks like she's going to be leeched off of by her parents for a while, and she regrets misunderstanding everything. Well, it's too late for that now. On the other hand, Rachel was freed from her trashy family and is now living a wonderful life on her own. She deserves it after living the life she had up until now.